Hey everybody, how are you doing today? I hope you're having an amazing week. This week, we are going to talk about doing something new. Why do we need to do something new? Why would we want to do a particular new thing? How do you decide what to do? These and so many other questions pop into my brain when I decide it's time to start something new. This week, we are going to do a 3-part series on this topic because there are so many questions. So today we will address the questions I just mentioned. And then later this week, you'll get 2 other videos that address even more. So, why should we do something new? Well, very simply put, if we never do something new, we can never learn, we can never grow. If we never do something new, we stay status quo and life remains still and constant. I mean, that sounds terrible to me. I hope it sounds terrible to you. Don't get me wrong. There's a time and a season where it is just nice to just have some status quo for a while, right? But we can't be that for all of life. So why should we do something new? Simply that. So we can learn, so we can grow, so we don't get stagnant, okay? How do you decide what to do? Well, you can look at what you're already doing. Look at what you're doing, and then you might see gaps or holes that are being left behind, things that you're missing, or things that you've intentionally been skipping over and not doing. Those might be things you need to now add into what you're doing or even learn about. Maybe you've been skipping them intentionally because you need to learn how to do them. How do you decide what to do? You might be hitting some walls with what you are doing and just getting stuck. So that might be an indicator of something more that you need to learn or add into your regime of what is already happening. So I've been working on expanding what I'm doing in my business, right? Y'all know I've started doing videos like this. I've slowly been trying to increase how many I do in a week. I need to learn how to do it through other mediums and social media. There's so many things to learn. In my business, I'm in the beauty industry, and I am not a fan of fashion and makeup, and oh my gosh, it seems like the most torturous, slavish thing that my brain would have to think about, because I don't get most of it. I have had to learn from scratch how to do any of it. I hope you're saying right now, gosh, Kristen, you've really done a great job learning some of this. I hope you are, seeing some accomplishments in my life along those lines. I know I certainly have. But when I have to sit there and think, here's one more thing I need to learn, my brain, the first thing my brain wants to think is, why? Why do I have to learn that? Right? Isn't that what your brain asks you? I've, thankfully we have a new car now, but also still an old vehicle along with it. And when we only had old vehicles, all our cars were doing was breaking down. right and left. Okay, this week we need to go in for this issue. This week we need to go in for that issue. I looked at my husband and I said, seriously, I need to go take some mechanic classes so that we can just do some of this ourselves and save some money, right? So that we can buy that new car and not have to deal with any of this. You know, you run into roadblocks. You run into things you see where you see gaps and holes in how things are functioning, right? And so ideas will come at you like, oh, I need to learn that. Oh, I need to learn that. Now, so how do you determine what to learn? Well, what do you have time for? What flows with your priorities, right? So being a mechanic, that didn't really flow with the rest of our priorities. So we continue to pay experts who do that so we can get our cars taken care of, right? However, learning things like putting on makeup and finding decent clothing to wear. I know I am not a fashionista, but you know, I can look okay. Those things do fall in line with our flow because it's part of my career. And I have decided that I love my career so much that learning those things is a minor price to pay. So that's how you help determine what new things you want to learn, right? How you prioritize which task you're going to tackle next. And then you also have to, in that process, think about your why. Not just the why you should do something new, but why that particular thing. Well, as I said, I really love my career. And it brings income into our household, which is a necessary thing. So since I want to keep my career and we need the income, learning things along that path are, going to be a higher priority. Whereas learning how to fix my car or learning how to remove stains from clothes that, I've used every trick in the book for and still can't figure out how to remove, sometimes it's not worth your time. You just take it to the experts who already know how to do those things. And that's why we bring in income, right? So we can pay other people to do the things we can't take care of, but then also do the things we want to do, right? Isn't that what your money is for? Not just paying bills, which, remind yourself, those bills are because of things you want to use, i.e. electricity, heat and air, phones, or a place you might want to live, right? So money supports us in what we want to do, and it also supports us in the things we don't want to do by paying those who do them, okay? So those kinds of things will help you not only determine what to do, but help you find the why you want to do that new thing. So I'm going to leave it there for today. Don't forget, I want you to post what your thoughts are. Why do you want to do something new? What's this something new you want to do? How are you going to determine what is your weighing factor in determining which new thing you're going to approach? And I will see you later this week for more.